Hi, ArcAPI makes scripting ArcGIS in Python easier. ArcAPI uses arcpy, so you will need ArcGIS. But other than that, we try to keep ArcAPI as free of any dependencies as possible. A good example to demonstrate ArcAPI is extracting values from a column in a table. I have a polygon feature class of Illinois counties here, and say I want to extract column name. Well, in pure arcpy you would do something like this. You would call the search cursor on the feature class with the column name and loop through each row in that search cursor and append the row value to the names list. Well, this will work, but it's 4 lines of code to do pretty simple thing. In ArcAPI you can do ap.values on the feature class with column name, and that will do exactly the same thing. Let's run this. So names is now a list of names of the counties, and this is really the idea behind ArcAPI. ArcAPI allows you to reduce the number of rows and amount of code you write, so it makes it easier to use, especially in a console or for interactive coding. Most functions in ArcAPI are quite flexible. So for example, the values function takes more parameters, so you can call it on the feature class with column name and shape area, and where shape area is less than 100 kilometers squared, and you can sort it by shape area in descending order, and that will give you names and areas of the counties where the area is less than 100 square kilometers. ArcAPI has now over 50 functions, including functions for joining tables quickly, renaming columns, plotting pie charts, bar charts, histograms and scatter plots, and also a function for plotting maps quickly. For example, like this, without opening ArcMap. You can download ArcAPI completely for free from the ArcAPI GitHub online repository if you go to this URL. There you can read through the README file, which contains useful links to tutorials and other information, and on the right hand side you can download the zip file with ArcAPI. Save it, unzip it, rename it to ArcAPI, and put it somewhere in your Python path. Now there are more ways to do that, but probably the easiest way is to put it into your basic Python path for libraries, which would be under Python ArcGIS if you install into the default directory, and the lib folder contains the custom library. So if you copy it in there, paste it in there, you will now be able to use ArcAPI.